Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 5 Part 6, and in this episode, we're going to be doing the FF Challenge. Now, originally, what I wanted to do was use my Mazda Demio Sport that I got, but I looked at the typical opponent list, and that thing is going to be way outclassed even if I do upgrade it. So, what we're going to do instead is we're going to buy a car. First car purchase of the Let's Play. And I'm going to see what they got that I can afford. Okay, I'm going to buy this Hyundai Tiburon GT. I'm going to put whatever upgrades I can get with the 4,000 credits on it. Alright, so now that we've got our car, we gotta go to the tuning shop because we can get some. Oh, this person not been here apparently. So we'll start with the engine. ECU tuning, which is a very cheap way to get extra power. Look at that. We get from 163 horsepower to 173 horsepower. I also am going to do an oil change to this car, possibly an engine overhaul, but that really is kind of a TBD for now. We'll hold off on the intake manifold for now, but I'll do this racing air filter. And then for the exhaust, I'll put a sports catalytic converter on. That's a very good way to get some extra power for really, like, virtually nothing. Let's see if we can do the drivetrain. Okay, we can put a semi-racing flywheel on, or a sports flywheel. I think I'll go with the sports flywheel. And I'll put a new clutch in as well. And that's basically all my money. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go to GT Auto, and we're going to do the oil change, possibly engine overhaul, and I believe this does have copyrighted music, so I am going to mute this. So it's just going to be me for now. GT Auto takes forever to load. There we go. Welcome to GT Auto, full service car maintenance and body shop, performance maintenance, whatever. So they can do a car wash, oil change, paint the color, paint the car, paint the wheels, change the wheels, do an aero kit, engine overhaul, chassis maintenance, and racing mods. And there's like, I think less than 20 cars you can put race mods on in this game. Alright, so that is going to get us actually quite a bit of extra power. It's not very much, so I'll just pay for one. Ooh, look at that, we have 420 credits left. Ha ha ha, we're so funny. I do kind of wish this car would come back in more modern racing games, like not even just Gran Turismo, but I know it used to be in Forza. I kind of wish they'd bring it back. Alright, we'll head out. Should I do an engine overhaul? Ooh, okay, that is going to make us way more competitive. And I can't afford this, so I am going to use one of the coupons I have for this. I also love the little animations they do. Like, I love the car wash one, the body paint one. I might show those off later. Not sure yet, but for now we're just going to stick with that. So yeah, we are pretty broke right now. Alright, let's head to A-Spec and do the FF challenge. I really hope I didn't make this thing a little too OP. Oh, I forgot to unmute. There we go. Alright, so we have 3 laps at Suzuka East, I believe that is. 3 laps at Special Stage Route 5, or I think that's Clubman Stage Route 5, and then 2 laps at Deep Forest. Let's begin. So we got a Renault Sport Megane, a Honda Accord Euro R, an Alpha 147, an Integra Type R, me and the Tiburon, a Prelude, and then it's a CRX SIR, and then a Celica SS2. So I'll turn the traction control off this time. Disconnect from the access point. Whatever. I'll leave skid recovery force off because I don't think I'll really be spinning out too much of this thing. Alright, and now we can begin. The loading, having the cars do the loading is very strange. I think this is the only game they actually do it. Alright. And this is also a standard car, so interior mode is really just your steering into the void, so we're not going to bother with interior mode this time. I'm gonna get on this Accord. Okay, maybe I overestimated what I should have done with this, but you know what, it's fine. Just gotta slow down there. Oh, we have an over 2-second gap between me and that McGann. Okay, I definitely overestimated what I should have done to this car. But, you know, I'd rather be a little too fast than be a little too slow. And then I just overshot the corner there. Nice going, me. Oh no. Oh! I messed that up. Okay. Luckily it was pretty good recovery. And we're still not that far. Or they're still not that far behind me. Can I not drive today? Well, I did just finish. By the time you're watching this video, the IB license video will have been uploaded, but I haven't edited it yet. I just got done doing them, and oh, they were a pain. Usually one of the, I think his IB3 took me like 30 minutes to get the time, and I didn't even get gold on it, which is unbelievable. Oh. Okay. You could have invested in some better suspension for this thing instead of a new clutch. Also, this car's engine sound is actually really not great. Some of these PS3 area, or even not even just like pre-GT Sport engine sounds in this game, were either great or absolutely terrible, and there was no in between. And this is one of those that is terrible. Then again, I have put some exhaust upgrades on it. Well, no, I only did a catalytic converter upgrade for that one. Anyway, all right, we finished the first race. We got a 4-second gap over the McGann, and then a 9-second gap over the Celica. Alright, to get our pitiful payout. These early game payouts are atrocious. Alright, there we go. All the cars have loaded. All the motor settings have saved. It looks like this time we're going to be going against a EP Civic Type R, which is an Ibiza Cupra, an Alpha 166, a Mitsubishi Mirage, a Toyota Sprinter, a Citroen C5, and then another Prelude, although I believe I went up against one in the last race. I did, but I don't know if it was that exact one. It's also going to be our first night race of the Let's Play. That's really awesome. I do really like Special Stage Route 5. I've always wondered what a daytime version of this track looks like. And yes, I know there is that mod someone made, but I wonder if, since they brought back some of the like classic tracks from older games for GT7, I thought they were the same for GT8. So I'm pretty sure for the time being we're done getting any like massive updates for GT7 after Spec 3. But I could be wrong, who knows. Also, if I'm pretty sure this is that version of the Ibiza Cupra is the only Gran Turismo is the only series it's appeared in, if I remember correctly. Because I know we have an Ibiza Cupra in the Forza series, but it's the generation after that one, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong. I don't know very much about to say it. Oh, I was gonna do something. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wall riding did not end up going too well. I was playing on my main profile a little bit earlier, and I did play on Special Stage Route 7, which is like the giant highway, and that track is actually really fun. And it is like completely forgotten. I don't think it's used in a single campaign mode event in this entire game, and it's only used in like one in GT6, I think. Yeah, visually this track looks great. I do think I prefer the standard Special Stage Route X instead of Clubman, which is the one we're on right now, because it has, like, because obviously it's longer, there's more detail. There's like a part where it has these like trees that are lit up. It looks really awesome. Let's get to the S license, or if there's an event in anything that I ended up doing before I did the S license, because the S license is probably going to be for probably several parts away. Oh. So I got a 1.6 second gap over what I believe is probably the... I don't know. Has that gap always been there and I never realized it? I've been playing this game since 2012 and I only just realized that gap was there. Now we are spinning the front tires on this thing like crazy. There's a 2-second gap. Oh, I'm gonna just bump into that. What is that behind me? Is that the, what was it that was in front of the Ibiza? I don't remember now, actually. I guess we'll find out right about now, see what that actually was, but... Oh, it's the Civic Type R. Which I have a 2.7 second gap over, and then I have an 8-second gap over the Citroen C5. Alright. Now we're going to move on to Deep Forest. Alright, we've arrived at Deep Forest. Okay, there we go. It was taking a little bit for it to load. This race you're going to go in against a Nissan Primera, a Peugeot 307, another Renault Sport Megane, another GC2 Integra, a Corolla Run X, or Run, I have no idea, Celica SS2, and then a 2006 Focus ST. That Focus might be a pain to deal with, but it's starting last, so it also might not be, who knows. Alright. Oops, nearly avoided the 307. Getting around this Nissan Primera now. I don't know that much about the Premier. Is that supposed to be like what would have been the American market Sentra? I mean, I know they're not the same car, obviously, because that particular design has never been sold here. Are they like similar in size? I don't really know. Also, if it wasn't immediately obvious, I'm not the very best at driving on Deep Forest in the PS3 era games. I'm better at it now, considering that I've played GT7 so much. Oh, under that wall. Oh. Alright, nice clean line on the last straight, on the last corner. Alright, it's going to be our last lap. Oh, I hit the brakes too late. I should have known that was going to happen. This car honestly seems like one of the cars they should have remodeled for GT6, like done at least the premium exterior, but no, they didn't. They did that the FTO. They gave it the premium exterior, but left the standard interior. And some of the standard cars in this game, they fully remodeled. Like they remodeled, I think it was the C2 Corvette. They remodeled the 2009 Veyron, which was a standard car for whatever reason. Probably because it was. Oh, it might have been because it was in GTPSP. Because I think GT5 and GTPSP have very similar code. Alright, and there we go. That is going to wrap up the FF series. Got a 4-second gap over the Megane, and then a 7-second gap over the Celica. And that Primera went from 1st to 6th. The Focus went from last to 5th. Alright. Still need to do way more races to be able to unlock the IA license. The level system in this game is so stupid. I don't even think the license tests are used for anything. They just are there to be there. Alright, we win a Civic SIR2 EG from 1991. I might use that in the World Compact Championship. Oh, it's standard car 2, shocking. In Captivate Blue Pearl. Alright, nice. Alright, let's take a look at this Civic. Alright, looks pretty nice. Well, kind of, considering the fact that's, a PS2 model car. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this segment. Next segment, we're going to be doing the World Compact Car Cup, or Championship. I don't remember what it's called. It's something like that. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!